Okay, I'm here with Brad DiPaolo, who's going to talk to us a little bit about nurture marketing and what we should be doing. So, Brad, just give us a quick introduction. What's your background, and then what also are you doing now? What are you working on?
Well, thanks, Adam. It's great to be here with you today and uh, chat about some of the things that we have, ideas that we have in common. It's always fun to have these conversations. So my background is actually I have over 20 years experience in human resources recruitment, recruitment in retail, multiple industries, staffing industry, and I also have a big background in sales and a huge passion for marketing. So over the past year, I really have been kind of taking a look at what needs to change in recruitment and some of the trends. And uh, I always like looking at what you guys are doing over in the UK because you guys are definitely leaders in the industry. And so I sort of stumbled onto recruitment marketing and really started studying that and love the idea that why reinvent the wheel and take the concepts that marketing has mastered over the years and apply that to recruitment, because really the first step in recruitment that we don't necessarily think of this way is lead gen. It's the first step in recruitment is all about lead gen. And the key with lead gen is it's not a one and done type of thing. It's something that has to be it has to be nurtured, and it has to it's a marathon. It's not a race. So studying recruitment marketing over the past year, and the unfortunate part of COVID-19 is that it shut our business down. The advantage of that was it allowed me to step back and study and plan and talk to a lot of people and talk to candidates, talk to recruiters, and really see what was going on in the industry, and study great organizations across the globe like Candidate.ID, and see what's going on out there. So what we really have thought about and come up with is much along the lines of what you guys are doing, in that the key step to get ahead in the recruitment game is to develop a stronger pipeline. And talent pipelining is it's kind of got a bad rap in the industry because of the promises that applicant tracking systems made years ago. So yeah, we definitely have our work cut out for us, but much like you, we're trying to build a platform that will allow companies to attract talent and nurture that talent by providing them with content. And it's not about providing them with content about job opportunities and that sort of thing. It's about building employer brand and seeing who's engaging with that content, and segmenting those pipelines into active segments that you can use to market towards. So a lot of like I said, sort of the same idea of what you guys are doing. And that's why I like chatting with you, because we definitely think a lot alike, and it's encouraging to see. So
About
so that's kind of where we're coming from.
you've said a few concepts I want to just talk a bit more about there. So one of the things that you've said to me in the past is, in no other marketing kind of scenario would an organization attract so many leads and then basically just leave most of them sitting, doing nothing with them. Could you just explain that a little bit further?
Yeah, that I actually would love to take credit for that, but it came from a marketing buddy of mine, so I stole it. But having been in the staffing industry for the past 5 or 6 years, I've seen it so many times over and over and over again. You recruiters get a job rec, they do a job posting, they go to LinkedIn, they search for names, they might attract 100 resumes or 200 resumes, they shortlist it down to 10 people that they want to talk to. They do the pre-screen, all of that, shortlist it down to 5, interview 5, really like 2 or 3, finally make an offer to 1, And but those other 2 or 3 were really good. Could have been as good as employee as any of them. 6 months later, they get the same rec because they're growing. And what do? They go right back to the job posting, right back to LinkedIn, and start all over again. And it happens every time in almost every organization. And so in marketing, you do a campaign, you gather 1,000 names of people that were somewhat interested in your campaign, and you convert 10% of those. You don't start over with your next campaign. You build off of that 1,000 names that you built, and you keep nurturing them.
Yeah.
One of the things that they say in sales, and I hate to associate recruitment and sales, because recruitment is not necessarily about sales. But it's very much about relationship building, which sales is very much about relationship building. And
Yeah.
one of the things that they say in sales is that it takes, on average, 4 or 5 times to try to close a prospect. And most salespeople give up at 1.
Yeah.
And that is extremely, extremely true in recruitment too.
Yeah.
We see, the stats that say, on average, candidates will visit career pages 6 times before they apply for a job.
Yeah.
And in recruitment, oftentimes it's one and done. We try it. If they don't work out, we move on.
Yeah.
But we need to keep building that relationship with them. We need to keep nurturing that relationship with them, because oftentimes they're not going to apply the first time they see something from our organization. We need to keep working on them.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So what are the things that we need to do? So we've identified a bunch of people we've identified 1,000 potential hires for our firm. And in year 1, we've hired 10% of them. What do we do with the other 900? What are the things that you recommend that organizations should be doing?
Content development. It's really, really about as much as content is king in prospect development for sales. Content is king in terms of employer branding and talent pipelining as well.
Yeah.
I was talking to a gentleman a couple of weeks ago who said he never puts out job ads anymore. They develop content. They put out stuff that means something to their followers.
Yeah.
It's not job ads. It's not why work for us. It's webinars. It's latest technology in the industry. It's something that means something to people who are going to want to work for you. And like he said, we know that we have a following of 700 people now on our content. So when I want to hire, why don't I want to hire from those 700 people who are engaging with my brand? Why would I want to hire somebody who doesn't know anything about us when we have this pool of talent that already knows us and likes what we're doing?
Yeah.
So content is a top priority. And I really, really encourage recruiters out there to sit down with your marketing departments and communications departments and build a strategy around some recruitment content and employer branding.
Absolutely agreed. Okay, Brad, it's been great to talk to you. Last thing, how do people make contact with you, and what would they want to be talking to you about?
Well, I really appreciate that question, Adam. Well, my email address directly is brad@candidatehub.io. Our website is still in production, so candidatehub.io is coming soon right now. But if anybody wants to chat with me, they can find me on LinkedIn, which will be tagged in this post. But they can either connect with me there, or they can send me an email at brad@candidatehub.io, and I'd love to have chats with them about anything around recruitment marketing or candidate pipelining, talent pipelining, even if they just have some questions to do stuff internally. I love having as many conversations about this stuff as I can.
Brilliant. Okay, great to talk to you again. Cheers, Brad.
Yeah, thanks. I look forward to our next chat.